John Gregory, the head coach of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and he likes what he sees early on. The opening kickoff of the opening game was taken back for a touchdown by Albert Brown. But then, disaster. Quarterback Kent Austin lost with a shoulder injury. With Austin on the sidelines, the pressure is on Rick Warman. But Warman, Gregory, and the Roughriders struggled, losing 6 of their first 7. On August 22nd, after 4 years in Regina, John Gregory is fired as head coach of the Roughriders. For the next chapter, we change scenes to Hamilton, where Gregory takes over a frustrated Ticat team. A team still looking for its first win. A team desperately in need of leadership. In John Gregory's first game, quarterback Mike Kerrigan looks like a world beater. And John Gregory once again looks like a magician. This was a different Hamilton Tiger Cat team. They beat Toronto, and it was a cool start for Gregory and Hamilton. But since then, the Tiger has had little to roar about at Ivor Stadium. The Ticats are once again struggling. They've lost 4 in a row. For the players, the frustration is back. And for the fans, hope seems lost at times. So it has not been a storybook year for John Gregory. But remember, he's a winner, and the final chapter has not yet been written. You've read the book. Now see the movie on TSN. TSN presents the CFL Game of the Week. Tonight's game brought to you by GMC Trucks, the trucks more people lean on. And by Diet 7-Up. It's cool to be clear. Commonwealth Stadium has been a house of horrors for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, who have won here only once in 11 tries since 1980. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Edmonton. I'm Gord Miller. You know, stability was once the hallmark of teams from this city, but that seems to be changing. This morning, the Edmonton Oilers traded Mark Messier. And as the Eskimos take the field tonight, a lot of new faces. Mid-season transition, something new to the Eskimos, but they hope to maintain their winning tradition. The good news for Edmonton is that one thing remains constant. Tracy Ham is back. The starting quarterback returns tonight after a hamstring injury. He's 100% and set to go tonight against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. As we look at Warren Jones warming up, the Eskimo quarterback, we may see Jones later as well. For more on the game, let's hear from John Wells and Leif Pedersen.
On the other side of the ball, Gord, the Tiger Cats will try and stop the top rushing offense in Canadian football. First, they'll try and stop Ham, then Reggie Taylor, and then the bulldozer, Blake Marshall, will come along. It could be tough.
It really could be. Blake Marshall's having such a great year. You know, he's a tough guy to bring down. 6'1" and 230 pounds, a tremendously bruising runner. There you see his numbers on the season. Those 19 touchdowns. He's one away from tying a league record held by Pat Abruzzi and Darrell K. Smith with 20. Undoubtedly, if he stays healthy, he will break that. But he has given really new meaning to the term 3-down football, because 2nd and 2 or 3rd and 2, I mean, it's almost assured that he is going to pick up a first down, so he makes coaching decisions a lot easier.
The Tiger Cats have made some changes, and they have another change defensively, at least someone we haven't seen before. David Bailey gets to start his 4th start of the season here tonight, and he's been a pretty good player for Hamilton.
Yes, he has. He's played 4 games, has 4 sacks, and the Ticats are really searching for some newcomers to come in and take charge on that defense. In fact, 6 out of 7 of that front 7 group are rookies tonight. David Bailey, one of the more notables, even though he has only played 4 games. But, you know, the Ticats have only won 1 game, so what they're trying to do is put in some new people, and for head coach John Gregory, just see if some of these new guys can perform.
John Gregory has the Tiger Cats improving. They'll need a lot of improvement against the Eskimos here tonight. Gord?
David Bailey is in the matchup tonight, and he'll throw earth, wind, and fire at Randy Ambrosi, who should have his hands full. Coming up next, East meets West, Hamilton and Edmonton, coming up live.
It's the Long-Lac 10th Annual Super Bowl Curling Classic Truck Spiel. Enter your team to be part of the 64 teams vying to win first place of 4 new Dodge Dakotas and over $100,000 total prize package. It all starts November 7th and goes through to the 11th. For more details, call Real Fournier at 807-876-4302.
Some things are more important to your peace of mind than you realize. Like knowing how to maintain regularity without drugs or medication. And did you know that nutrition experts recommend increasing your intake of dietary fiber as a drug-free way to promote regularity? And that all bran is part of a balanced diet. It's a very high source of dietary fiber. All bran from Kellogg's. Every day, a drug-free way to promote regularity.
It's the epitome of sailing, racing with the wind, the water, and time. TSN takes you on a different road to the America's Cup, Monday at 8 Eastern on TSN.
At Commonwealth tonight, the Tiger Cats looking for some respectability. The Eskimos gunning to lock up playoff spots in the great three-way race in the CFL West. Ron Lancaster's Eskimos coming off the best defensive showing of the year, and the Tiger Cats under John Gregory 1-4. But they have been close in the last 3 ball games, despite losing 4 in a row. Ready for the kickoff. With Morris and Mazzoli deep for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, but it comes up a little short, and it's taken by Paul Bushy, who is stopped short of the 40-yard line. And leading the tacklers for the Edmonton Eskimos, Rob Davidson. Todd Dillon gets the start once more, and he had an impressive week last week, Leaf.
He got off to a great start against the BC Lions and did play very well. Unfortunately, they couldn't win that ball game. But John Gregory, even though they have a mathematical chance to still get into the playoffs, is going to stay with his veteran quarterbacks, Dillon and Kerrigan, until they are eliminated.
A flag is down early as Jamie Morris carries. The gain will be 2, but we'll check out the penalty marker.
Legal procedure. Hamilton, number 23, decline. Second down.
Down, 2.
It'll be second and 8, Ticats. Ball just outside the own 40-yard line.
So the Tiger Cats face second down. After a 3-yard gain. Dillon with time. Finds Rocky DiPietro. He should have a first down. He was forced back at the 50-yard line after making the catch. Mark Mathis made the stop. Here's how the Tiger Cats shape up offensively. Dale Sanderson, Jason Riley, Darryl Harley, Miles Gurrell, and Dave Richards in the front 4. Veteran Tony Champion and Steve Brown, the outside receivers. DiPietro and Abrera inside. This is Morris. Thrown for a loss as he tried to cross the 50. Dan Bass. Big week for Bass last week against the Blue Bombers.
Well, Danny Bass is really having a great season at the linebacking spot. The Edmonton Eskimos have really changed their philosophy on defense. The 3 linemen up front really just kind of filled gaps, and then they rely on Danny Bass and Willie Pless to make all the tackles, and they've been doing just that.
They give Morris a gain of 1. This is 2nd and 9 for Dillon now. Man open far side. That's Brown. Steve Brown. Stopped short of a first down.
They connect for a 7-yard pickup. David Shelton making the tackle for the Eskimos.
David Shelton restricts the first down. The gain is 7. It'll be 3rd and 1. Too early to gamble here.
Well, I don't think so. I'm kind of surprised that John Gregory sent the punting team on 3rd, and it's a good one, but you're 1 and 12. I mean, there's no sense in holding back. This call kind of surprises me. Watch for maybe a fake punt then.
Paul Osbaldiston back near his 45.
Yeah, here's the fake punt.
And they may come up short on this one. Gunning for the first down. Where do they spot the ball? Don McPherson, the 3rd-string quarterback.
You know, the defense, they're no fools either. When they see the 3rd-string quarterback in there as one of the blocking backs, I think they might go, something is up here on 3rd and 1, and Edmonton was certainly prepared for that gamble, and I don't know, it looks as though they came up a little bit short.
Tiger Cats are requesting a measure, but they have come up a little bit short. So the first turnover goes to Lancaster and the Eskimos.
Don't you think you might just put your best players in and try and get it on the ground? But they choose the trickery route here. The direct snap to Don McPherson. He wants to throw it, obviously. No one was open. Edmonton completely prepared for that, and then he just can't outrun Eddie Thomas, and he hits him short. The Eskimos will take over on the first turnover.
And Tracy Ham is back at the controls after 3 weeks away. 1st and 10 for the Eskimos, beginning at the Edmonton 50. Good fake by Ham. He has room to the near side, but looks to throw, and it's almost picked off. Intended for Craig Ellis. It was Terry Wright, number 7, covering. Tracy Ham was on target for a record-breaking season until he missed 3 in a row.
Well,
those numbers aren't bad.
No, they're not bad. And keep in mind, those numbers reflect 10 games performance in those 24 touchdown passes. What a wonderful ratio that is. 3 to 1 passes, touchdowns to interceptions. Very admirable.
2nd and 10 Eskimos from the 50. Ham on target, and that'll be an Eskimo first down. And Chris Armstrong, number 77.
Todd Wiseman with the tackle for the Ticats.
Well, since we last saw the Eskimos, they have had to make some changes. Not up front. That offensive line remains intact, but the receiving corps much different than we saw about a month ago. Joe Weinberg, Chris Armstrong, the newcomers, and of course a tremendous running backfield in Reggie Taylor and big Blake Marshall.
1st and 10, the Eskimos now at the Ticat 48. Tracy Ham, no catch. Intended for Joe Weinberg.
Ham to Joe Weinberg goes incomplete.
Now talk about difference. Look at this Tiger Cat defense. Everybody up front new in the past 4 weeks.
Who are these guys? Vernon Maxwell?
Guys?
Yeah, John Mott and Pete Giftopoulos. Well, he's been around since the beginning of the season, but Brian Hilk, he's getting a chance. Corus Irvin on the corners, played all 13 games, and Todd Wiseman, he's the leading tackler. Not a good sign for your defense when your middle safety leads in tackles.
2nd and 10 Eskimos. Ham unloads in a hurry. Craig Ellis, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down Edmonton.
Todd Wiseman covering the Ticats. Terry Wright with the hurry. It'll be 3rd and 10 Eskimos, ball in the 48.
No score so far, 0-0. The Eskimos and the Tiger Cats, their 2nd meeting of the season. The Eskimos won 28-12. The first meeting. Ray McAreedy has had some problems. Gets a good kick away this time. Mazzoli on the return, and he was tripped up near the 21. Tripped up by a fallen player. Pierre Vercheval makes the stop on Nick Mazzoli.
Boy, he was awfully close to breaking this one. A couple of good moves initially to get through the first wave of tacklers, and then 54, Pierre Vercheval, the left guard. There it is, one swipe with the left arm, and he brings down Nick Mazzoli.
Early in the opening quarter, John Gregory and the Hamilton Tiger Cats. 0-0 with Ron Lancaster and the Eskimos.
Quality Video presents the most outstanding home video of all time. The World Wrestling Federation's greatest champions. The immortal Hulk Hogan wins the heavyweight championship for an unprecedented 3rd time. Then savagely defends the crown against the devastating power of Sergeant Slaughter in the full fury of the special match, Desert Storm. Thrill to the unpredictable madness of the Macho Man Randy Savage, locked in mortal combat with the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. The amazing Heart Foundation battle impossible odds as they crush the WWF's toughest tag teams. And finally, a quality video exclusive. Mr. Perfect displays his enormous talent in a never-before-seen intercontinental title bout. 60 minutes of power-packed, non-stop action, plus super rebates on WWF merchandise with every video. Truly your ringside seat to history. The WWF's greatest champions from Quality Video. It's in stores now.
Welcome back to Commonwealth in Edmonton. Our game of the week continues early in the opening quarter between the Tiger Cats and the Eskimos. Defensively, the Eskimos look like this with one change in the middle as Jed Roberts gets his first start. Linebackers, what a group here.
This is really a fabulous group, and Willie Pless, who came over as a free agent from the BC Lions, has really been everything they hoped he would be. 63 tackles, leads the club. He's having a tremendous year.
Dillon and the Tiger Cats 1st and 10. Morris made the catch and then slipped, turning the corner. Willie Pless was there to pin Jamie Morris. Loss of 1.
Terminator in on the action. Make sure he doesn't get away.
Now looking at the rest of the Eskimos defensively, the 6th secondary that Edmonton has had in place this season. Mark Mathis is back, but Enos Jackson is up.
Well, it seems like every week they just shuffle the deck and see who's healthy and stick them in there.
Eskimo defense had its best showing last week. Morris found that out right there, and Pless was leading the Eskimo tacklers once more.
Well, it seems like every game we do with the Edmonton Eskimos are involved. Willie Pless is in on so many plays, and he reads the play. Jamie Morris trying to sneak upfield out of the backfield. Willie Pless was right there, and the Ticats have to give the ball up once again.
Paul Osbaldiston standing at his 15. Averaging 43.4 yards per punt. This is his first of the night. Waiting for it, Henry Williams. And the Giz is stopped short of one of his sensational runs that time. But he's on target for a CFL record here tonight.
Yes, he is. He's only 51 yards away, and after that 10-yard return, he is now 41 yards away from tying the punt return record held by a former Edmonton Eskimo, Tony Hunter. But you can see the desire with the Gizmo to get that record tonight. He took a couple of real good shots on that 10-yard return.
Eskimos are 1st and 10 at the Edmonton 47. 3 receivers to the near side. Reggie Taylor gets the call. And Taylor crosses the 50. The 55. He's got a gain of 6.
For about 6 yards on the play. Bobby Dawson.
A lot of records or milestones for the Edmonton Eskimo players personally tonight. Reggie Taylor, of course, is 58 yards away from a 1,000-yard season. Craig Ellis and Jim Sandusky very close to that 1,000-yard mark. So keep track of those personal statistics for you tonight.
Gain is 6, 2nd and 4. Ham in some trouble, but not for long, as he neatly carries for a first down himself. He has a terrific ability to get away from the rush and away from trouble.
Boy, he sure does. And, you know, we talked in the opening about 22 Blake Marshall and his contributions and value to this team, but just another indication right here. Joe Campbell, number 45, looked like he was getting in on Tracy Ham, but blocked by 22. Marshall allowed Ham to the outside, and he is such a good runner when he is in the open field, and he gets the first down by himself.
From the Hamilton 53, 1st and 10 Eskimos. Ham all kinds of time. Craig Ellis has the catch, and he is inside the 40.
Craig Ellis, good for a first down. Todd Wiseman with the tackle for the Ticats.
Ellis stopped by Todd Wiseman.
Okay, here's Craig Ellis. Watch this. Just nothing fancy. Works into an open area, which he does so well. He's able to find soft spots. There he goes. Hit him quickly. Nice possession play on first down. That's good offense.
A 15-yard gain sets the Eskimos up at the 37. Ham away from the pressure once more. He looks 100% healthy as he picks up another Eskimo first down. Receivers covered. Good coverage.
Yeah, they really were. Corus Irvin's played all 13 games for the Ticats on the hot corner, which is the left corner, and he has had a pretty good season in his rookie year, and right on the hip of Jim Sandusky all the way down the field. This is why Tracy Ham decided he better not force a throw in there and runs himself, and why not? He's close to a first down anyway, running the ball. Good coverage, though, by Corus Irvin. He has played a lot of football this year. He was with the London Monarchs in the World League of American Football. He was an all-star in that league, and then, of course, when that season was over, he was scooped up by the Ticats, and he's been with them the entire 1991 season.
2 interceptions, 8 knockdowns for Corus Irvin on the hot corner for the Tiger Cats. 1st and 10 to go, Eskimos. And they just made the first down. Now at the Tiger Cat 27. 8:06 to go in the opening quarter at Commonwealth. No scoring so far. Ham is picked up. Gary Wilkerson. Wilkerson gets the interception, and the argument continues along the sidelines. One of the officials was knocked over.
There's a penalty on the play.
And penalty markers are everywhere.
Well, I have a feeling Blake Marshall was involved, but tremendous coverage here. Gary Wilkerson breaks nicely on the football. Sandusky working to the out. And he comes up with his second interception, the first Ticat turnover of the night. And as he steps out of bounds, Blake Marshall hit him a little late. I think the Eskimos will get called for unnecessary roughness.
So a turnover each way.
Well, they're going to call Hamilton as well. They must have retaliated after.
Major foul. Unnecessary roughness, 22 Edmonton. Major foul, unnecessary roughness, number 95 Hamilton. Hamilton's ball, first down.
Jeff Fields, the newcomer, and Blake Marshall from the Eskimos penalized. Wilkerson has the interception.
The call against Jeff Fields was for drilling Tracy Ham in center field, perhaps part of the CFL's policy of protecting its so-called marquee players.
I didn't see it, Gordy, but if that was the case, I like the call then. Got to keep guys like Tracy Ham playing.
1st and 10. Tiger Cats begin this drive from the 20. Todd Dillon over the middle. Zatilny made the catch, but there was nowhere to go. Who was there? Number 39, Willie Pless.
There's no question one of the main reasons why the Eskimos are the #1 defense in the Canadian Football League after 13 weeks. It's the play of their linebacking. Watch Willie Pless right there. I mean, he sees the play all the way and reacts quickly to it. Between Pless, Bass, and Larry Ruck, and occasionally Leroy Brew when he's in coverage, that is a tremendous group.
Gain is 2. This is 2nd and 8. And the Tiger Cats convert with a first down on the catch by Nick Mazzoli. A couple of catches last week for Mazzoli, but he is coming into his own in Canadian football.
Well, it's taken him a while. He was the #1 player taken in the 1991 draft, picked by the Hamilton Tiger Cats. And, you know, you just can't walk in there and feel entirely comfortable, but now he's looking a lot better in there.
John Gregory calls him a Jeff Fairholm lookalike.
He's kind of the same size, same speed, but did a nice job of finding the open seam on the previous play. And this will be key for Hamilton. They converted that second down, and now once again they're faced with 2nd and long. Obviously this will be critical for them tonight. If they can have a good night converting second down plays, they'll have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 8 after Morris slipped following a gain of 2. Out of the backfield, this is Morris once more, and he fights close to the first down, but he'll come up just a little bit short.
Well, once again, the speed of the Edmonton linebackers. Larry Ruck, number 47, was out there right away and all over Jamie Morris as he comes out of the backfield. You see to the right of your screen, there's Larry Ruck, and he will keep him about a good yard short of the first down. Hamilton will decide not to gamble here.
And this is a better call because the ball is inside the Tiger Cat 45. They can't afford a miscue here. They faked it the first time. Osbaldiston's second punt of the night. And we await Gizmo's second return. Again, good special teams coverage by the Tiger Cats. A 5-yard return after a 35-yard punt. Still nothing on the scoreboard. Hamilton and Edmonton 0-0.
Any Sports Select Center with Challenger Sports Cards. Get in the...
Honey, I need the keys to lock the door.
Hold Mommy's bag. I'll walk you out the door.
Why can't someone invent a lock that's self-locking?
Weiser just did. New lightning bolt from Weiser. Simply open the door and set the bolt. Close, and the security deadbolt automatically locks the door behind you. No fuss, no bother, convenience with security. Lightning Bolt, another quality Weiser product. Available at building supply dealers, home centers, and hardware stores.
It's exciting, it's unpredictable. TSN brings you the best. The PGA Las Vegas Invitational, beginning Thursday, 3:30 Eastern, here on Real TV. TSN.
got 51 more yards tonight.
Our matchup over the week is the right guard of the Edmonton Eskimos, Randy Ambrosi, against the defensive lineman from the Ticats, David Bailey. A little different twist, some linemen going at it this week. And
well, I think David Bailey characterizes the entire Hamilton defense. They're young and very aggressive, and they've got great team speed, and he himself has got he's obviously a good athlete. I've watched him on film a lot this past week. He moves very, very well, and he takes the opportunities when they present themselves to him. So I think what we have to do to be successful is just to play very hard against them and not give them any breaks. So we just I think that it's going to be a long night, a lot of hard football.
Bailey has been impressive since joining the Tiger Cats, and Ambrosi has been impressive all season long for the Eskimos. Good fake by Ham. This is Marshall coming out of the backfield. Head down, and he bowls his way for an extra couple over top of Corus Irvin.
I mean, this must be an awfully terrorizing feeling to have Blake Marshall coming at you. Watch to the right of your screen, little swing pass. Now here's Corus Irvin. He's got to put his head down and take this big bull on, and that doesn't look like a lot of fun.
5'11", 185, Corus Irvin, and Blake Marshall's a little bigger than that, suffice to say.
6'1", 230. I know that one. I've got that weight memorized. He's a big one.
The gain is 8. This is 2nd and 2 for the Eskimos at the 43.
Tracy Ham on the QB keeper.
And Ham himself. He needed 2. Close enough for a measurement. 4:19 to play in the opening quarter. The Eskimos look to make it 2 in a row. The Hamilton Tiger Cats look to snap a 4-game losing streak.
Well, it's certainly an interesting race in the Western Conference. The Eskimos do pick up the first down, but Edmonton Eskimos and BC Lions tied for second, both with 16 points, a couple behind the Calgary Stampeders. So if the Eskimos were to win tonight, they would have at least a tie until the weekend is over. We'll be in Calgary Sunday afternoon for that big game with the BC Lions and the Stampeders. I'm looking forward to that one.
That should be a great game. Sunday afternoon, BC at Calgary. Right now, it's Hamilton and Edmonton. 1st and 10 Eskimos. Ham can't find an open receiver. Carrying himself, and his gain will be better than 5.
Tracy Ham keeps the ball, falls for about a 7-yard gain.
John Motton made the stop on Tracy Ham.
Wilkerson in on the tackle for the Ticats.
John, we talked a lot about Blake Marshall and his contributions to the offense. Watch. Okay, he's on a circle pass right over the middle. Now he's still working to try and get open, still working. Sees Ham running. Now that he knows that Ham's crossed the line of scrimmage, he peels around and gets a block on Todd Wiseman. But that's the little things that maybe sometimes go unnoticed that really tell you how good a football player really is.
A gain of 7. Eskimos are 2nd and 3 at the 51. Ham will take off again. Now, he lost the ball. Picked up by the Hamilton Tiger Cats. David Bailey racing to the 20-yard line.
Gary
Wilkerson with a hit on Ham. David Bailey coming up with a loose football. 2nd turnover for the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, this is a big break. Gary Wilkerson did a nice job as he was tackling Ham at the end of this play. Watch, he just tries to strip the ball loose right there, and he holds Ham down on the ground. Wilkerson knows the ball is loose. He's got the arms wrapped around Ham. He can't get up. David Bailey picks it up. He's off and running, and the Ticats have their 2nd turnover of the night, and they get the ball in great scoring position.
36-yard return for David Bailey. And the Tiger Cats are 1st and 10 at the Eskimo 19. Mazzoli has his 2nd catch.
Todd Dillon to get Mazzoli. Gain of about 4 yards on the play.
It'll be 2nd and 6 after a gain of 4.
Yeah, another 2nd and long situation. Ticats have been faced with that a lot here in the first quarter. It becomes tough when you need that long yardage on 2nd down against the #1 defense in the league.
Mark Mathis made the tackle. And it'll be a Tiger Cat first down. Wally Zatilny, his first reception.
And you know what? They're using Wally Zatilny at a slot back position, and I've been really advocating that all season long. I'm really glad to see John Gregory has decided to put him in there. He's got tremendous speed, and he can put a lot of pressure on a defense from that slot back spot.
From the 8-yard line, first and goal to go. Dillon firing for the end zone, and no catch. Mazzoli.
David Shelton covering for the Eskimos.
Todd Dillon not really noted as a scrambler, but as the pressure comes, he moves around pretty well back there, and he had Mazzoli open initially. Couldn't hang on to the football.
Dillon's had a pretty good night. That's his first miss. He's been good on 8 of 9. This time he looks deeper in the end zone and overthrows the intended receiver, Wally Zatilny.
Mark Matthews here on the counter for the Eskimos. It'll be third and 8 Ticats.
So the Ticats, after the turnover, can't convert the touchdown. A little too far for Wally Zatilny in the end zone. Nick Mazzoli, boy, it looked like he was wide open on the outside. Watch as he comes to the middle. Broken coverage there. David Shelton really is in man-to-man coverage, but he just lets him go. And Nick Mazzoli said, "Why didn't he see me?"
This time.
Yeah.
I was open this time. Osbaldiston, the field goal. And it's good. Osbaldiston on the season, good on 27 of 40 field goals. And the Hamilton Tiger Cats take the lead on a turnover. 1:03 to go in the opening quarter. And it's 3-0 for the visiting Tiger Cats.
Gillette presents Sensor, the system, the technology that will change the way you shave forever. Sensor, twin blades set on springs to read your face and respond. Independent suspension to sense and adjust to every curve of your face. No other razor comes close. Gillette Sensor, for the best shave a man can get.
Hamilton Tiger Cats grab 3 points on a turnover and lead the Edmonton Eskimos 3-0 in the final minute of the opening quarter at Commonwealth. Second meeting of the season for these two teams. The Eskimos won game 1 back in August. We await the the Tiger Cat kickoff. Henry Williams is deep. Paul Osbaldiston is ready. Back at his 35. Weekend continues on TSN as we have a doubleheader for you. The BC Lions Calgary Stampeders Sunday at 3:30 Eastern, and that is a terrific battle for top spot in a way. If the BC Lions win, they could be tied with the Calgary Stampeders.
Boy, it's interesting when you think back, you know, at the beginning of the season, I certainly myself wouldn't have thought that in the 14th week of the season that the BC Lions would be playing a game to tie for first place at this point in time, but they have been an amazing story this year. Their young players have produced, and it should be a tremendous football game Sunday afternoon in Calgary.
Lions owner Murray Pesum has been in Calgary all week, and he's offered $25,000 cash to the Calgary Children's Hospital if the Stampeders draw $30,000 for that game on Sunday afternoon. So the Pez is trying to shake things up in a media blitz in Calgary. Hopefully he'll be successful.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. I mean, everybody wins on that kind of a deal. Children's Hospital, the fans will win because they're going to see a great game. That's a good one. Nice going, Murray.
On the return for the Eskimos, Chris Armstrong, number 77. And it's a pretty good return. He's out across the 50.
Chris Armstrong on the return for the Eskimos.
41 yards for Armstrong to set the Eskimos up in great field position at the Edmonton 50.
Well, Chris Armstrong has been very patient waiting to get his opportunity to play with the Eskimos. Came to the team last August and has spent that entire time last year and this year on the practice roster. Now with the changes with David Williams gone and Marco Sincar on the practice roster, he's getting his chance to play and contribute on the special teams as well.
Reggie Taylor stopped short of a first down, but not by much.
Reggie Taylor, the ball
gain will be 9.
Busts his way through about an 8-yard gain. John Moten making the tackle.
John Moten, number 42, was there for the Tiger Cats.
Coming into tonight's game, he was only 58 yards away from a 1,000-yard season. And, you know, we talk about 1,000-yard seasons for running backs. That truly is an accomplishment. I'm not so sure for a receiver if it is as much as an accomplishment as it used to be. They throw the ball so much now.
Blake Marshall on second down, and I don't think he got the first down this time.
Stopped just shy of the first down.
So it'll be 3rd and 1.
I think Bobby Dawson came up from the secondary to really put quite a hit on Blake Marshall, and not too many times do you see him stop short on a 2nd and 2 situation, but that sets them up 3rd down. And pretty much what we talked about in the opening. When you've got a running game like the Eskimos have, it is not that much of a gamble.
51-yard line.
Ticats lead it by 3. The Eskimos will gamble here on 3rd and 1. Edmonton has to get across the 50 for the first down. And Marshall might have made it that time.
Marshall again.
I don't know. I think he's short. He's short.
The gamble does not pay off for Ron Lancaster's Eskimos.
That's the first time I've seen that happen this year.
That'll be the end of the opening quarter with the Tiger Cats in front of Edmonton. It's 3-0. The Eskimos' gamble fails, and the Tiger Cats will be 1st and 10 when we return to Commonwealth.
The Jays are the pride of the East once again. TSN recaps the spectacular highlights of this championship season.
Run on 3rd. Base hit. Blue Jays win the East. Let the celebration begin.
Now it's time to conquer the American League. TSN previews the championship series between the Jays and the Twins. Sports Desk Extra on the road to the World Series. Monday, 7 Eastern, right here on Real TV, TSN.
With 18 hotels coast to coast, Canadian-owned Delta Hotels and Resorts has locations in the city centers you travel to most. Call about our rates today. You'll appreciate the Delta difference.
Hey, you gotta love it. Wow.
TSN takes you play-by-play to the Vanier Cup. We've got a stormy Atlantic battle. The Mount Allison Mounties take charge against the St. Francis Xavier X-Men. Saturday at 1 Eastern, only on Real TV, TSN.
After the turnover, the second by the Eskimos. Rocky DiPietro on 1st and 10 takes the pass from Todd Dillon. A 12-yard gain. The Tiger Cats are on the move.
And the first quarter stats brought to you by General Motors. Even though Edmonton had the edge in play, 3 turnovers in the first quarter. Not what Ron Lancaster wants to see.
49-yard line.
First down, Tiger Cats. And Abraire looked like he might have been stopped in the backfield. Somehow he gained maybe a yard.
Kenny Avera's a pretty tough customer. You know, he played with the Ottawa Rough Riders last season, came over to Hamilton. Now he's 6'1", 205. He does like the rough going. Now you watch at the end of this one, instead of going out of bounds, he wants to stick his nose in there and get in some action. Got a pretty good hit.
Pretty good block on Danny Bass. Second and long. Dillon throwing on the run. Wide open. Mazzoli couldn't make the catch. Mathis was covering on Nick Mazzoli that time. And a big hit.
Boy, he takes a tremendous hit after this one, but he should have caught this pass. Look at this. He's wide open. That's a perfect read by Todd Dillon. He finally feathers that ball in there. A catch that should have been made, and then a pretty big hit by Mark Mathis at the end of it.
Third down, a punting situation for the Tiger Cats. Osbaldiston stepping across his 50 to get this one away. And there'll be no chance for a return for Henry Williams. A 28-yard punt. The Eskimos are deep in their own zone, facing John Gregory's Tiger Cats, and Gregory has the lead for now.
There are two kinds of people in the world. Those who want to know.
Harvey, these light delight dinners give us their cholesterol and fat levels.
And those who don't.
Delicious.
To those who want to know.
It's right here on the front.
Light Delight puts it out front.
Where we can see them.
For those who don't want to know, Light Delight simply tastes better than ever. McCain Light Delight. The information's on the outside. The taste is on the inside.
Back at Commonwealth in Edmonton, where Gregory and the Tiger Cats lead on an Osbaldiston field goal.
You know, John, our matchup tonight, Randy Ambrosie against David Bailey, and the head coach, John Gregory, he commented on that matchup.
Well, I'm a real Randy Ambrosie fan. I've known him since he was in high school at Winnipeg. He has a good technique. He's good and solid. He plays hard every play. David Bailey has been very impressive to me. He's got lots of quickness. He's got strength. He's got desire, and you know, I think he can push the pocket. So that is going to be a very interesting matchup.
So far this season, 4 sacks for David Bailey in his 5th game tonight.
Randy Ambrosie's had a good year, too. I mean, I've seen some games where his trap blocking for the running.
Canadians, Thursday, 7:30 Eastern. Molson, NHL Tonight on TSN.
Welcome back to Commonwealth in Edmonton, where the Eskimos have taken the lead and the Tiger Cats 7-3.
Well, a lot of players did some good work to get Reggie Taylor into the end zone. Let's go back and have a look. Here's Blake Marshall right here. Watch the block he makes on Vernon Maxwell there. Pierre Vercheval, the guard, he's going to come around the corner, and he'll eventually kick out Mark Dennis. That allows Reggie Taylor all the way into the end zone. Let it run. But you're only as good as the horses up front, and the blocking was superb here. There's the block by Vercheval. The cut back into the end zone. Reggie Taylor with the touchdown. Nice blocking.
Tracy Ham has completed 6 in a row, and that's a big reason why the Eskimos have taken to the lead.
The Eskimos' first points come as a result of a drive, much of it on the ground. 7 plays, 76 yards. Michael Souls with the big 16-yard carry, and then Reggie Taylor goes in from 7 yards out. By the way, Souls was in because Blake Marshall took himself out. He and Souls have an arrangement whereby they decide amongst themselves who will play at particular times in the game, and Marshall pointed at Souls at one point and said, "You go in for a while."
Interesting note, Blake Marshall in search of a CFL record here tonight. He has 19 touchdowns on the season. The record is 20, set by Pat Abruzzi in 1956 in 14 games, and equaled by Darrell K. Smith of the Argos in 1990.
I would say it's a safe bet he's going to establish a new record this year.
Question is whether he can do it in the 14th game, which is tonight, and equal Pat Abruzzi's record. Good return brewing for the Tiger Cats. Mazzoli once more. He has been good
on kick returns tonight for the Tiger Cats.
35-yard return for the Ticats.
Well, the Ticat offense can't argue with the field position that they've had tonight to start their drives. Nick Mazzoli has afforded them some tremendous spots to begin with, and here another good kickoff return. Gets the Ticats out past midfield and into Edmonton territory.
38 yards for number 80, Nick Mazzoli. 2:47 to go till halftime. In total yards, the Eskimos are dominating, but they only lead by 4. Dillon on target. Tony Champion, number 87, makes the catch.
Better call on first down. Todd Dillon's been faced with so many second and longs tonight. I mean, you just can't be successful and grind it out as an offense doing that, but better call on first down. Picks up nearly 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Much nicer situation for him to work with.
Tiger Cats now.
Pretty good numbers, though.
At the Eskimo 40. And this will be a Hamilton first down. Morris taking the ball out of the end zone, or out of the backfield, rather, and heading to the end zone.
9-yard gain on the play, good for a first down. Eddie Lee Thomas with a tackle for the Eskimos.
10 yards for Morris, and the Ticats keep the drive alive with 2:25 to go till the half.
The Eskimo 29-yard line.
First and 10, Hamilton. The Eskimo 29. There are flags everywhere as Morris slips, turning the corner. And I think the Eskimos will be offside. Morris lost a yard.
Well, it sure looked like Edmonton jumped. Obviously, they're talking to Danny Bass. The Ticats must have enticed them offside.
League of procedure. Hamilton, number 58, declined. 2nd down.
Jason Riley, the right guard, moved early. The Eskimos will decline it as the Hamilton Tiger Cats lost a yard. 2nd and 11.
Ticats trail by 4 as Dillon fires to the far side. And they'll get a first down out of that on great extra effort by Canterbury.
David Shelton and Eddie Lee Thomas covered for the Eskimos.
Brother Tony Champion.
It is a first down for the Ticats. 11-yard pickup.
That's what happens sometimes with 2nd and long. You decide, well, let's play safe and we'll sit back in a zone coverage. And then what happens is it's not that hard for a Tony Champion to go down 12 yards, turn around, and Todd Dillon find him. I don't know, really not like the Edmonton defenses of old to sit back and play soft. I'm sure now that Hamilton's threatening the goal line, they're going to tighten it up.
11 yards the gain. And on 1st and 10, Zatilny was the intended receiver. Larry Ruck tipped the ball at the line. Todd Dillon couldn't quite believe what happened here.
Say, why did Larry have to go and stick his hand in there?
2nd and 10 from the Eskimo 19. Dillon throws under pressure. He had to get it away in a hurry.
Dillon's pass again intended for Wally Zatilny.
Zatilny looked to be the closest Tiger Cat to the football.
One of the problems for Wally Zatilny is the fact that he has never really played the slot back spot. He's used to being a wide receiver, and he looks a little tentative in there. Todd Dillon had to let the ball go. The pressure was coming, but Wally Zatilny really wasn't running full speed in the slot. Dillon overthrew him, but well, I think in time, Zatilny has a chance to be a good slot back, but it looks as though he's going to need some time to really find his way in there. He should have run a little harder on that one.
Osbaldiston missed from 54 earlier, but he has this one no problem at all. The Tiger Cats, a 26-yard field goal by Paul Osbaldiston, close within a point of the Eskimos. 1:26 to go till halftime.
Carry a completed Swift entry form and 2 product labels along with your
Paul Osbaldiston has accounted for all of the Tiger Cat points so far.
You could win a trip for 2 as a Winnipeg Greyhound. Full contest details.
It does not look like a 1-12 team tonight. I think John Gregory has certainly brought some stability into the organization since he took over from David Beckman. But defensively, they look a lot more aggressive, not making any mistakes.
Eskimo general manager Hugh Campbell had some interesting thoughts before the game when he was talking to John Gregory and saying, saw you last week, your team looks pretty good. Looked a little more like the Saskatchewan Roughriders than the Hamilton Tiger Cats, Coach.
Well, they're trying to get the ball to the inside receivers, and of course that is a definite trait of the Saskatchewan Roughriders with Fairholm and Elgard. John Gregory has brought some new enthusiasm to the club, some stability.
And they have played much better, the Tiger Cats, since the change. Good return going for Armstrong. He's out to the 39.
Chris Armstrong
free running. Chris Armstrong, a 24-yard return.
Murphy with the tackle.
After the kickoff. 1:21 to go till halftime.
Check that. John Zidell, the tackle for the Ticats.
Lots of time, 1:21 for Tracy Ham, starting at his own 39-yard line. Last time they had the ball, wonderful drive downfield for the Reggie Taylor touchdown.
Ham 11 of 17, 136 yards so far. First down, and Ham tries to escape.
Come on, run!
Not much running room to the far side for Tracy Ham as the Tiger Cats. John Moten ran him out.
The ball carrier, gain of about 2 yards on the play. John Moten.
Blake Marshall has allowed us to listen in during his record touchdown pursuit tonight. We've got a wireless mic on Blake, and we'll take you back a couple of plays and listen in.
I like that noise. That's good.
I wonder how the mic is.
Boy, that's the way it sounds down there. It's pretty violent.
It is 2nd and 8. Ham. Over the middle. The sliding Craig Ellis cannot make the catch.
John Moten covering for the Ticats. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 41.
So McAready comes on. Ham heads to the sidelines with the Eskimos leading. (7-6) Edmonton, 1:06 till halftime. High for McAready. Nick Mazzoli on the return. He draws a penalty flag, but doesn't get much yardage.
Nick Mazzoli
losing 2. Mazzoli does draw
with the shoe-straight tackle.
A penalty.
On the play.
Well, the good thing he did was not let the ball bounce. I mean, that drives coaches crazy and me to see all those punts that hit the ground. And Mazzoli came up, made a good fingertip catch. He's going to get 15 extra yards for doing so.
You used to return the odd punt in early days, did you not?
No yards. Edmonton number 17. First down, Hamilton.
Returned 56 punts my rookie year back in 1974 and paid the price for every single one. There was no blocking back then. And at 6'3" and 170 pounds, I was a good target.
Remember your average?
About 2.8, I think. And that was a good average in those days.
1st and 10, Tiger Cats. Dillon escapes. Throws to the near side. And it'll be a Tiger Cat first down. Steve Brown.
Leroy Blue with the hurry. Makes the pass over to Steve Brown. On a 9-yard pickup.
Hang on, it'll be a yard short.
Well, Hamilton's in a situation here with 47 seconds left. Forget about the yard. They can get that on 3rd down. Try and get it downfield.
2nd and 1 with 41 seconds to go. And Brown makes his 2nd straight catch. He'll set the Tiger Cats up in field goal range, if nothing else.
Todd Dillon did a nice job to roll out of the pocket, avoid the pressure, and then with perfect sight lines downfield, pick out a receiver. Steve Brown, the newcomer, 2 straight catches for him.
1st and 10 with time running out in the first half. As Champion makes another catch. He's inside the 30 to the 29.
Well, it's a good-looking drive the Hamilton Tiger Cats have put together, and it all started with the smart play by Nick Mazzoli to get that no-yards penalty.
2nd and 2.
Dillon quickly to
Canavera. 26 seconds till the half. And the Tiger Cats drive continues on a Brer's catch. Here's how they stack up. Dillon looks to the end zone. He'll have the touchdown. Nick Mazzoli. His first CFL touchdown. He'll take the ball back home.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think you can wrestle that thing out of his hands right now, but very impressive drive by the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Tall Dillon. Pretty calm under pressure here as he steps up and finds a wide open Nick Mazzoli in the end zone, and Hamilton Tiger Cats get their first major of the night and the first ever for the pro career of Nick Mazzoli. Think Dillon's happy?
Not quite as happy as Nick Mazzoli, but that celebration will do. And the convert is good as the Tiger Cats move out in front.
This one's for you, baby.
We're not sure who baby is, but that's the first CFL touchdown catch for Nick Mazzoli as the Tiger Cats jump into the lead 13-7.
Let's go, Cat!
Okay, here's Dan Murphy, the middle safety right here, and they're expecting, David Shelton's expecting some help back here, but what happens is Murphy gets caught up in here, and Mazzoli's just going to come straight down the field, let it run. He is wide open. His first pro touchdown. There he goes. See what happens to Murphy. There he stops. They are dead in the water. That's a pretty easy touchdown for the rookie.
First touchdown catch for Mazzoli.
First man taken in the 1991 draft. He went to Seattle. He was signed as a free agent by the Seattle Seahawks, and I think that helped him. He went to a training camp with an NFL camp, and certainly his discipline as a receiver must have been improved. And now Hamilton Tiger Cats are the recipients of that. His learning experience down there.
19 seconds to go till halftime. Armstrong returning the kickoff for the Eskimos. Here's some break. As Armstrong scoots down the sidelines. Forced out with 9 seconds to go. Forced down, rather. He kind of lulled the Tiger Cats special teams to sleep with a 58-yard return. All of a sudden, the Eskimos are in range of a field goal.
Boy, he's had a couple of super returns tonight. Shows some tremendous speed here as he works around, finally finds an opening. And all of a sudden, he has given his team a chance to get some points before this half comes to a close.
13-7, Hamilton leading Edmonton. First and 10 Eskimos at the Ticat 37 with 9 seconds on the clock. Pressure on Ham. Can he get it away? Fired down the sidelines, and 2 seconds remain. It's time for a Dean Dorsey field goal for the Eskimos. If Dorsey's in range, what do you think?
Well, the little bit of wind that there is here tonight at Commonwealth Stadium will be in the face of Dean Dorsey. This will be a good test from him. 44-yard field goal attempt. Last play of the first half.
Hasn't had a great deal of field goal experience with the Eskimos so far. This from 44. With Jordan Gardner holding. Dorsey is wide. Final play of the half, and the Tiger Cats get it out of the end zone. Todd Wiseman saves a point, and the Tiger Cats will take a 6-point advantage to the dressing room at halftime. It's 13-7 Hamilton leading Edmonton. And the halftime show in a moment.
The Long Lac Super Bowl.
Hamilton surprising the Edmonton Eskimos, leading 13-7 after 30 minutes, although some of the fans at Commonwealth Stadium are still enjoying the football game. One of the key meetings in the CFL this season took place this week in Calgary. There were no football teams involved, only executives. and they had some major problems to figure out. That's This Week Between the Lines. Representatives of all 8 CFL clubs poured into Calgary this week for a gathering of the CFL Board of Governors. The agenda was highlighted by 3 pressing issues. Most important, the state of the ownerless Ottawa Rough Riders. The league has been operating the team at a loss for most of the season. So the question was, how long would the Governors continue doing so?
And to get to the end first, the board agreed that to make it known that the Ottawa team will finish the season. We're quite hopeful that we will be able to find a buyer sometime very shortly, and I think the good news is that the team will finish the season.
That was the commitment that we needed to hear today, that the Board of Governors, no matter what happens in the short term, are willing to support this team until the end of the 1991 football season, and that's great news for us.
The second major issue tackled was expansion to the United States. The Board of Governors, led by pro-expansion owners like BC's Murray Pesum, gave the go-ahead to the CFL's expansion committee to begin negotiations with groups interested in bringing a CFL team to the United States, specifically Portland, Oregon.
Well, we have people in place right now. Yeah. We have people in place. It was, you know, the task of the expansion committee to find these people. We did that. And then we came to the board and said, now what do we do? Do we continue with these? There are serious people out there. There are serious offers out there. What do we do now?
We're not going to try to jam CFL football down Portland's throat or any other cities. John is responding to people who are genuinely interested in having the opportunity to participate.
They want the CFL. We're not waving flags. We're not saying this is better than this or that. They're buying our game. They want our game. And that's it.
The final issue dealt with the sale of the Calgary Stampeders to local businessman Larry Rickman. As expected, the Governors overwhelmingly approved the deal.
This is a big step. The CFL has some pretty stringent rules in terms of the financial plans and the marketing plans, and I'm very, very pleased that they approved me as the new holder of the franchise.
I'm tickled pink with Larry. He's young, he's bright, he's aggressive, kind of guy I like to see on the Calgary team. He's not going to like me on Sunday because we're going to kick the heck out of him.
13-7, Hamilton leads after 30 minutes at Commonwealth Stadium. Time now for trivia. Who was the last Edmonton Eskimo receiver wideout to go over 1,000 yards in receiving? The answer when we come back.
Of all the Subarus built in the last 10 years, 93% are still on the road today. So when you're driving your 1992 Subaru Legacy in the year 2002, its competitors may seem a little square. The new 1992 Subaru Legacy, built to drive you into the 21st century.
With trivia, who was the last Edmonton wideout to go over 1,000 yards in receiving? It was none other than Jim Sandusky, who did it in 1988. He's got 43 yards tonight. That gives him 998 for the season. He was not only last, looks like he'll be next. Hamilton Tiger Cats come into this game at 1-12, and if the first half is any indication, this may be the best 1-12 team in CFL history. For some first half highlights, here are John and Lee.
Definitely the best 1-12 football team here tonight, but turnovers hurt the Edmonton Eskimos terribly in that first half. 4 in total.
Yeah, they started this. We're going to show you the second of the 4 that they committed in that first half. And really, I thought it was a tremendous play by the corner, Gary Wilkerson. Jim Sandusky trying to work to the outside, the out pattern. Wilkerson in perfect position, steps in front, picks off the pass. His second of the season, and of course, his second of 4 in that half for the Ticats.
Michael Soul set up the first Eskimo touchdown, and Reggie Taylor did it the rest of the way from 7 yards out.
Yeah, nice 7-yard run here. Pierre Vercheval with a good block, good lead block in front of Reggie Taylor, and then he cuts it up, back and in. And for the first time in the game, the Edmonton Eskimos had the lead, but it was short-lived.
In the dying moments of the first half, Nick Mazzoli gets his first CFL touchdown reception.
And a mistake in the Edmonton secondary set it up. Dan Murphy, the middle safety, got caught up. Nobody back deep to cover Nick Mazzoli. He had the touchdown. The Ticats have the lead. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. The Tiger Cats aren't cooked yet. They have the lead, 13-7 on the Edmonton Eskimos. We're getting set for the second half here at Commonwealth, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Sunday, join the TSN huddle for a clash between the explosive BC Lions and the West Division leading Calgary Stampeders. Then the one and only Chris Berman and the Primetime Gang bring you up to date on the NFL picture. Later, Vic Router and Graham Leggett deliver all the action from the Canadian Soccer League Championship game. The Lions and Stampeders, NFL Primetime, and the Canadian Soccer League Final, Sunday on TSN. Back at Commonwealth Stadium, Hamilton opened the scoring with the only points of the first quarter. Paul Osbaldison's 15-yard field goal made it 3-0. In the second quarter, Reggie Taylor's 7-yard run gave Edmonton the lead 7-3. Osbaldison brought the Ticats back within a point with a 26-yarder. And then the Ticats regained the lead when Todd Dillon hooked up with Nick Mazzoli, who caught his first CFL touchdown pass, 20 yards. And that brings us to where we are now. Hamilton leading 13-7 after 30 minutes.
All right, Gord, the Tiger Cats definitely an improved football team since we've seen them.
Well, you know, the thing I like is they're just not making any mistakes out there and forcing Edmonton to really work for anything that they get.
Short kickoff, and it's grabbed by Michael Souls.
Michael Souls falling on the football at the Eskimo 35. No return.
First half statistics are brought to you by General Motors. Edmonton with more net yards, but once again, the number we've been mentioning all evening long that stands out, 4 turnovers by the Eskimos, and those thus far have been the difference.
The Eskimos are 1st and 10 at the 35. Reggie Taylor fumbling the exchange, and Taylor's had problems with his footing a couple of times tonight.
Well, you know what happens? It was a very clear day here at Edmonton and a clear night, and the dew starts forming on this natural surface here in Edmonton, and if the players aren't wearing cleats that are long enough, they're going to have some problems, as Reggie Taylor did there, and he fumbled the ball. They were lucky to get it back.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. With all kinds of time, looking long for Sandusky. It's picked up by Corus Urban, and he's dragged down at the 40. The 5th turnover given up by the Eskimos. Ham suggesting there was a little too much pressure on him, but no penalty markers down.
What a super interception by Corus Urban. Earlier in the game, you know, we showed you perfect coverage by Urban. Same thing again, right on the hip of Sandusky at the last second. He comes in front, makes the interception, and with a Ticat defense, this looks like a different group here. They have played flawlessly tonight. They have their 5th turnover, and oh boy, full value for their 13-7 lead.
Todd Dillon with a first down for the Tiger Cats from the 40, far side. And he'll have a first down. The catch made by Steve Brown.
Connecting with Steve Brown on the out pattern. Gain of just a little over 10 yards on the play. Will be first down for the
That's what Tracy was arguing about, suggesting that he was hit after he delivered the football.
Well, it becomes a fine line, too, with the interception. Whether they're blocking for the return, I don't know.
11-yard gain, and here's Morris, who's out to the 55.
Dillon swings it out to James Morris. Got a 5-yard pickup on the play.
That's a tough play to run against the Edmonton defense with their linebacking crew being so active. Willie Pless and Danny Bass were there immediately. Nevertheless, Jamie Morris did pick up 5 yards. There's Corus Urban with the interception.
Just inside midfield.
He's had a great night on Sandusky.
2nd and 5, right at midfield. Dillon trying to get away from the pressure. He can't. Dragged down by Willie Pless.
For the sack for the Eskimos. Loss of 6 on the play. The Terminator with his
second sack of the night.
Danny Bass talked to me before the game about the change in philosophy here defensively at Edmonton, and the fact is that the 3 rush linemen really just try and tie up the offensive line and then allow the linebackers like Willie Pless and Danny Bass and Larry Ruck to come in and get all the sacks, and they have a lot more sacks from that linebacking core this year as a result.
Osbaldiston into a bit of a breeze. He gets a good roll. Henry Williams stopped as he crosses the 30, the 25.
All right, as promised,
The Tiger Cats continue to lead. After an 11-yard return by Gizmo, it's 13-7 Hamilton.
There are a lot of different things to choose from when you're watching TV, but only one guide gives you all the information you need to get the most out of your viewing. TV Guide. TV Guide is the smart way to choose not just what's on, but what's what. Even smarter is having TV Guide delivered to your door at 23% off the cover price, along with a free bonus gift. TV Guide is delivered before the week starts, so you can plan your viewing in advance with the most complete TV listings and the convenience of at-a-glance movies, primetime shows, all the sports, even what's happening behind the scenes. It's all in TV Guide. To enjoy having the most entertaining guide to TV delivered to your door, call the number on your screen now and get 52 issues of TV Guide for 4 payments of only $9.99. That's more than 23% off the cover price. Call now and you'll receive this desk set calculator as a free bonus. That's a full year of TV Guide plus your bonus gift for 4 payments of only $9.99. So call now and get TV Guide, the authoritative guide to television entertainment.
Armchair quarterbacks, stand by. We've got your Sunday's NFL game plan with NFL Game Day. Join Chris Berman and the Game Day team for a comprehensive preview on the day's matchups. NFL Game Day at 12 Eastern. Then, when the day is done, join us for highlights and reactions from every game played on NFL Prime Time at 7 Eastern. NFL Game Day and Prime Time, Sundays on Real TV, TSN.
Blake Marshall is also wearing a wireless microphone for us tonight. Few players in the CFL play the game as physically as Mr. Marshall, and here's how it sounded in the first half.
Intense hitting down there. We've got more wireless mics on the field tonight than CSIS has, I think. You know, the secret guys.
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
Eskimos are 1st and 10, beginning at the 29. Ham looks long. Looking for Armstrong. He makes the catch. What a great catch. Chris Armstrong, number 77, in his 4th game as an Eskimo, has 41 yards and a big play for Edmonton.
What a tremendous catch by Chris Armstrong. I mean, it makes you think, why was this guy not playing earlier in the year? He has made some spectacular catches for the Eskimos tonight. And as they trail 13-7, they need some big plays from their receivers, and he's been giving it to them.
Eskimos all the way to the Tiger Cat 40 with a first down. Ham stands in and fires for Craig Ellis. Pretty close to a first down. We'll see where they spot the ball.
He has about 9 yards on the play. Brought down by Brian Hill to the top.
Craig Ellis so good at finding the open hole in the zone. They know that the Ticats like to play zone on first down, and he works his way so many times into that open area between linebackers, and he is a good target for Tracy Ham to find.
And Craig Ellis is closing in on 1,000 yards for the season, which will be his 3rd year in the row.
Yeah, it will be nothing new for him.
Marshall on 2nd and 1.
Blake Marshall
He'll have the first down.
John Moulton with the tackle for the Ticats.
Well, Ron Lancaster isn't a fire and brimstone guy when it comes to the locker room. At halftime, he told his team, you're making the Ticats look good. And every time you do that, you give them more confidence. You may find it very hard beating them in the 4th quarter if you continue doing it.
Well, I mean, that's very true. The longer you let a struggling team stay close, I mean, the tougher they're going to get. And that's the case right now. The Eskimos are in a dogfight.
1st and 10 for Ham and the Eskimos at the 29. Here's another first down. Taylor makes the catch. He was out of bounds, though. Ruled out of bounds. There is no touchdown. Forced out at the 7. 22 yards. Reggie Taylor.
Well, watch Reggie Taylor right here. He comes out of the backfield. Here's Mark Dennis, 49, the linebacker. That is a desirable matchup. Let it run. There's no way Mark Dennis can stay with Reggie Taylor right there. Ham sees it, reads it, and hits him, and they have 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. That's a good read by Tracy Ham.
Ham has room to the far side to go himself. Can he make it? He has the touchdown. Just snuck in at the corner in front of Dawson. It's the 3rd rushing touchdown of the season for Tracy Ham, and he just makes it.
Well, it was a wonderful fake initially to Reggie Taylor that really froze the linebackers and allowed Ham to get to the outside.
All even at Commonwealth. But now Dorsey gives the Eskimos the lead. Tracy Ham. A 7-yard touchdown. And the Eskimos have the lead once more. The fake, and Ham is on the run. It's 14-13 at Commonwealth.
The story of McCain Jr. Juice. What's wrong, Emily? I can't finish my juice box. It's too big. I wish someone made a little juice box just for us. Cheer up, little ones. McCain Jr. Juice is made just for you. It's smaller. Thanks, McCain. It's a happy day.
McCain Jr. Juice made smaller so it's perfect for little kids.
From the Wild West to the mean streets, Clint Eastwood has enforced his own style of law. Now you can own his greatest movies with the Clint Eastwood collection from Time Life Video. As a gritty cop or gunslinging renegade, Clint delivers non-stop action and some of the most famous one-liners in screen history.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Start your collection with the outlaw Josie Wales for just $4.99 plus shipping and handling. Part philosopher.
Diane ain't much of a living boy.
Part sharpshooter. Josie goes out for revenge.
And you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean.
Other videos include Hang 'em High, plus Dirty Harry and Magnum Force. There's no commitment or minimum number to buy, and you keep only the videos you want. So call now for the outlaw Josie Wales. Here's how to order.
To order your Clint Eastwood video cassette, call 1-800-354-3800. That's 1-800-354-3800. Or send just $4.99 plus $4 shipping and handling to Clint Eastwood Collection, P.O. Box 600, Station R, Toronto, Ontario.
Okay, let's go back and look at Tracy Ham's touchdown. He's going to fake here to Reggie Taylor. And what that does is freeze Vernon Maxwell right here and allows Ham to get to the outside. Now, let it run. Once that play fake, there it is. Maxwell is frozen. Now Ham is off and running to the outside, and the Hamilton Ticat defense just cannot recover. But the play fake set it all up.
The kickoff comes to Nick Mazzoli. He's been excellent on returns all night and has a pretty good one going for the Tiger Cats out across the 40 to the 42.
Nick Mazzoli on the
our matchup tonight. Sorry, David Bailey against Randy Ambrosi. And remember the pass Reggie Taylor got to set up the Ham touchdown? Well, the protection was fabulous, and that's because Randy Ambrosi did a super job on David Bailey. Little help from Rod Kahn up to center, but that's a matchup we are following. Ticats have put a little more pressure on Tracy Ham tonight than they have been the quarterbacks in the past, but not enough to stop Edmonton from scoring.
14-13, the Eskimos lead. Ticats on first down. Dillon goes for a bundle, and he's a little too far for Tony Champion.
Edmonton's opening possession of the second half is a 5-play, 81-yard drive, capped off by Tracy Ham from 7 yards out.
Todd Dillon faces 2nd and 10. Do you agree with Ron Lancaster that the Eskimos were making the Tiger Cats look good in the first half?
Well, I think the fumbles certainly helped Hamilton out. Yeah, no problem there. But I think Hamilton played an exceptional first half and is playing well here in the third quarter.
Dillon, long again, this time for Mazzoli. And Mazzoli draws a play. Coverage by David Shelton. Good call. I'm not so sure that Mazzoli would have made the catch, though.
Boy, it was going to be close, and David Shelton right at the end, you'll see this. There's no question about that. He jumps on the back of Nick Mazzoli. He will get called for the interference. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he would have made the catch there.
He's cheering the red flag. There's no doubt about it. 46 yards. The net for the Tiger Cats. 1st and 10, Hamilton. Dillon looks to the end zone. Abrere couldn't make the catch. He turned the wrong way initially and couldn't get back in time.
Boy, the Eskimos have made a bunch of mistakes in the secondary tonight. That's the second time that number 3, Dan Murphy, the middle safety, has just been caught flat-footed. Ken Abrere, he did a great job to turn around and try and catch his ball. Would have been a spectacular catch because he was looking over the inside shoulder, but Dan Murphy in the middle, he is getting caught a lot and not helping out on those long passes.
2nd and 10 for the Tiger Cats at the Eskimo 22. It's Edmonton leading by 1, 14-13. Tipped, I believe.
Dillon's pass looked to be intended for Jamie Morris on the play. We're going to that
What's John steamed up about?
I think he thinks there should have been interference there when the ball was in the air. I didn't see it.
Dillon will hold. Osbaldiston tries a 29-yard kick. 8:28 to go, third quarter. This for the lead. Osbaldiston is wide. So he gets the tie. From 29 yards out, Paul Osbaldiston misses. He's not the happiest guy in the park. It's all even. Third quarter at Commonwealth in Edmonton.
Hi, I'm Cy Sperling, president of Hair Club for Men. Since 1982, when I did my first TV commercial, we now have over 30,000 satisfied clients. And it all started for them when they called our toll-free number to get their free booklet.
Inside the information booklet on thinning hair is a comprehensive discussion about dealing with hair loss. There's also Hair Club's non-surgical strand-by-strand method of adding carefully matched top-quality human hair to your own hair. It looks and feels natural, whether you're skimming the surf at 30 knots or racing the wind on a cruiser for 2. Even precious moments don't have to be anxious moments anymore. There's a renewed confidence in your appearance and yourself. Hair Club members enjoy a worry-free active lifestyle. For more information without obligation, call this toll-free number. You see, we believe the more you know about your hair loss options, the better we look.
And remember, we stand behind it. And by the way, I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client.
We heard earlier what it sounds like when Miles Gorell is playing, but Miles is also one of the most outspoken players in the Canadian Football League. Let's hear what it sounds like when Miles is on the bench.
That's all it was. Too big a step on my... No. No, I know, but now I think about it now. I'm going... Because...
I didn't see him. I put my hand in.
Yeah.
All of a sudden
I saw... See, I step out like this. Yeah.
That's bring on 80-81. Like
no, well, I didn't bring ruck that time. So, it's just my fault.
Offensive line coach Miles Gorell. Well, part-time coach. 1st and 10 Edmonton, beginning at the 35. Reggie Taylor. Taylor has 8.
We're about halfway through the third quarter now, and if I was Tracy Ham and Ron Lancaster, I would just say, look, Hamilton's defense is 7th in the league against the rush. We're just going to start to run that ball right down their throats and try and wear down that front 7. Game tied, halfway through the third quarter. I think that would be the strategy for Edmonton on offense right now. Try and wear Hamilton down.
2nd and 2. Marshall doesn't get the first down.
What a great tackle by Mark Dennis, number 49, the outside linebacker. That is a super play to bring the big man down. Here comes Marshall. He has to bounce it to the outside because there's good pressure initially, penetration rather, and Mark Dennis with a super effort. I haven't seen Edmonton stop so many times tonight in short yardage situations. I mean, we talked in the opening, that was one of their strengths, but Hamilton has really neutralized that strength tonight.
And McEready is in again on 3rd and a long 1. McEready back inside his 30, dropped it. And lots of time to get the punt away. Bouncing back as the Eskimos try and get out of the way, and a flag comes down.
John Zidell falling on the football at the Hamilton
coming up with the ball. 27-yard punt for McEready.
It was a pretty heads-up play by John Zidell, wasn't it, to trap the Edmonton Eskimos? You saw the punt bouncing back.
No yards. Bounce back row. Edmonton, number 45, 5-yard penalty. First down, Hamilton.
So it could have been worse for the Eskimos. But the Tiger Cats end up with decent field position right at the 45.
First and 10, Ticats, ball on their own 45.
Chrissy Ham has the lead in total yards, but he's thrown a couple of interceptions, and that has been part of the difference so far tonight. First and 10, Tiger Cats. Morris carries, and there's not much room for Morris. The gain is 2.
Willie Quest, the Terminator, in the tackle for the Eskimos.
Eskimo defense is a tough defense to run against because they do so much stunting up front with their 3-down linemen and 4 linebackers, and guys like Brett Williams are moving around all different positions, and they are very difficult to form blocking schemes against.
2nd and 8. Ticats and the Eskimos even at 14. Dillon looking for someone, but no one was home. Steve Brown was the closest Tiger Cat receiver. But now, the Tiger Cats will kick it away.
It'll be 3rd and 7. Ticats changing from the ball. Shooting the ball from their own 48.
Tiger Cats have lost 4 in a row. The club record of 12 losses was set last season. They don't want to tie it here tonight. Osbaldiston. Pretty good kick into the breeze, and Henry Williams waits for it. He draws a penalty marker. Nowhere for Williams to go. Forced out by Rocky DiPietro.
Again, loses 4 yards on that return. Pushed out of bounds by Rocky DiPietro of the Ticats. Penalties on the play.
And number 28, Trent Brown, came in there. And we'll see what they call it. If it's contacting, that's 5. If it's roughing, it's 15 and a first down. This will be interesting here.
Penalties being determined by referee Ken Lazarick. 6:02 to go, 3rd quarter. It's all even at 14 so far at Commonwealth. The Eskimos need 2 wins or 2 Saskatchewan losses to clinch a playoff spot. And the Tiger Cats are making it a little difficult here tonight.
No yards. Hamilton, number 26, contacting the kicker. Number 28, Edmonton, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
So it's still a kicking situation for Osbaldiston and the Tiger Cats. Henry Williams at the 22. Best return of the night for Gizmo.
Rocky DiPietro led the Ticat tacklers.
Well, with that return, the Gizmo is now at 1,194 yards returning punts this year. That is a new CFL record. Here it is, folks. Surpasses the old mark set by Tony Hunter, a former Edmonton Eskimo player. And I can't think of any other punt returner that's more deserving to hold the record than the Giz. He has electrified the fans throughout the league, and his teammates recognize that fact and congratulate him.
Now the Eskimos are first down. Craig Ellis is close to another Edmonton first down.
Tracy Ham over the middle to Craig Ellis. Looks like about an 8-yard gain for the Eskimos.
He will add to that total, I'm sure, before the season's over, but in the 14th week, he breaks the record. That's great, and he's going to keep the ball.
Closer to 9, so it'll be second and 1 Eskimos. Ball on the Hamilton 53-yard line.
Second down and less than a yard. It's all even on our game of the week, 14-14. Tiger Cats and the Eskimos in the third quarter at Commonwealth. Blake Marshall will have the Eskimo first down. No penalty markers anywhere.
Blake Marshall rolling over for a first down.
Another one for the family collection.
I would think the family's going to take that one home and make sure that nobody else gets a hold of it.
The Eskimos. First and 10 at the Tiger Cat 50. Ham throwing on the run. Armstrong makes the catch. Forced out near the 21. Chris Armstrong, number 77. Good night for the Eskimos. A 30-yard pickup there. And number 77 has had a pretty good evening.
Yes, he has. Once he was able to find the open hole there, they have to get it over the top of the linebacker, John Moten, and then Bobby Dawson can't get there. Chris Armstrong with a...
Eskimos. First and 10 at the 21. Ham got big pressure that time. Joe Campbell all over Tracy Ham.
Joe Campbell with the hurry for the Ticats.
Ticats really haven't blitzed Ham much tonight, and they've relied on their front four for most of the pressure. That time they brought the blitz. Joe Campbell was able to get to Tracy Ham just as he threw the football.
Second and 10, Eskimos at the Tiger Cat 21. Problem with the exchange. Ham gets back, throws to the end zone. Ellis. Oh! He could have had it. Craig Ellis was there behind the coverage.
Well, that sure doesn't happen too often. Craig Ellis got in behind number 7 Terry Wright and was all alone and should have had it. Should have had it.
Dean Dorsey.
Quite a number for a kicker, isn't it? Number 87.
Yeah, I've not seen that.
Oh. Maybe that was his best year, 1987. He's trying to remind himself of that.
The Eskimos in the lead by 3. A 28-yard field goal by Dean Dorsey. 17-14. .308 to play in the third quarter.
Well, we've got Blake Marshall wired with that microphone tonight. Let's go back and hear some of the crunching sounds that he would provide.
It's not easy down there. 17-14. Edmonton leading Hamilton. Ready for the Eskimo kickoff.
When you get down to the field there and you get the back coming right at you with the microphone going, the game seems a lot quicker down there.
Nick Mazzoli. And there's not much room for Mazzoli this time as he ran into a herd of Eskimos. An 11-yard return.
Nick Mazzoli on the return.
Mazzoli has one of the Tiger Cat touchdowns.
A 12-yard return for Mazzoli. Led by a whole bunch of Eskimos. It'll be first and 10 Ticats.
Ticats from the 36.
Ball on the Hamilton 36-yard line.
Steve Brown halfway to a first down.
Gain of about 5 yards on the play.
It'll be 2nd and 5. Rocky DiPietro playing his 200th CFL game tonight, number 23.
In those 200 games, he has 701 receptions. See some of the statistics on Rocky's career.
2nd and 5. Dillon looking for DiPietro. He can't make the catch. Mathis was covering.
Dillon pass intended for Rocky. DiPietro goes incomplete. Mark Mathis covering for the Eskimos.
Well, Rocky did a nice job to come open late, and then the ball is underthrown, so he adjusts to it, did everything perfectly here. You'll watch, he'll come back underneath Mathis. Mathis kind of screened him off just enough that Rocky couldn't squeeze the handle on that one. 35 years of age, tremendous career that he has had.
Osbaldiston in, averaging 37 yards a kick, and hoping to angle this one out. Williams at the 30. Some room to the near side for the Giz. Another fine return for Henry Williams. 24 yards.
The CFL's punt return record holder with a 22-yard return that time. Ricky Royal pushing the
Just tremendous speed. Watch how fast the legs are turning just to get to the outside. 17, Eddie Thomas gets a good block initially to allow the Giz to turn the corner, but
53-yard line.
He is fun to watch.
He gets the Eskimos almost to midfield. 1st and 10 Edmonton at the 53. Reggie Taylor's turn now. And Taylor has a first down. He's inside the 40. Ball comes loose. Now, whether it was ruled dead or not, we'll wait and see. Terry Wright, number 7, comes up with it. And it will be a Tiger Cat football.
Reggie Taylor fumbles the football after a 19-yard gain.
So Taylor picked up good yardage, but lost the ball going down.
If you like Rock'em Sock'em 1 and 2, you're going to love Rock'em Sock'em 3. It's a beauty. Coach's Corner's in there, lots of hits and goals. And my buddies Troy Crowder and Bobby Probert drop in for an appearance. And wait till you see my all-time tough team. Rock'em Sock'em 3, you're going to love it.
Come on, catch the Canadian Soccer League in action. Canada's best go head-to-head to capture the Mita Cup. See exciting final action Sunday at 8 Eastern right here on TSN.
Apologies for the brief interruption at Commonwealth Stadium, but power has been restored. You really haven't missed very much. A turnover went the way of the Tiger Cats. A couple of plays, and they kicked it away to the Eskimos, and it is first down, Edmonton. The Esks beginning this drive at the 33 and leading 17-14. We got you back for the end of the third quarter. We'll take a brief timeout and return to Commonwealth, where the Eskimos lead by 3. It's 17-14 heading to the fourth quarter.
Whoa. Next time, keep your weight on your left skate.
You a hockey player, mister?
No. Dave Lennox. I'm an inventor.
I'm gonna be a hockey player the best.
Well, you keep at it and stay warm.
You too, mister.
I'm working on it.
The best ideas in heating and cooling still come from the company that bears his name. One reason why, for nearly a century, must be a Lennox.
Begin the fourth quarter at Commonwealth. The Eskimos in front 17-14. We'll continue this weekend with a super matchup on Sunday afternoon from McMahon in Calgary, the BC Lions and the Stampeders. Coming your way at 3:30 Eastern Daylight Time. The Stampeders trying to hang on to top spot on the West. The BC Lions trying to close.
Some interesting matchups in that game. Will Johnson, who's tied for the sack lead with Bobby Jurison of Saskatchewan. He will, of course, trying to do his thing against Doug Flutie. Will Johnson held sackless last week against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. That'll be an interesting matchup to watch. Don't think Ray Alexander, their top receiver for BC, will be in the lineup this weekend, but they've had an exciting young guy in Matt Clark, who's gone over the 1,000-yard mark.
Speaking of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, do you think they're hoping for their old coach John Gregory here tonight? I would think so.
I would think there's some serious cheering going on in Regina right now for Hamilton as we begin the final quarter of play here tonight with the Eskimos ahead by 3.
Second and 5. Tracy Ham in some difficulty. Now throwing on the run. Tipped and almost intercepted, or at least an opportunity for the interception there for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. The Eskimos have had turnover troubles tonight.
Third quarter statistics are brought to you by General Motors, and there's that number again. Turnovers 6-1 in Edmonton's disfavor, even though the Eskimos have racked up 342 yards in net yards.
That's funny, you know, coming into tonight's game, the Eskimos were on the plus side of the takeaway giveaway category, but with those 6, they will go into a minus situation for the year. Very uncharacteristic of an Edmonton football team. You traditionally think of them as a team that takes the ball away a lot more than it gives it up.
McEready's kick is not deep. Nick Mazzoli ran into one of his own blockers, and then a couple of Eskimo tacklers. -3 on the return. Jed Roberts led the Edmonton pursuit.
What a hit, John!
Interesting to note, the Tiger Cats have only netted 3 points on the 6 turnovers tonight. By quarters so far, the Eskimos with 10 in the third after the Tiger Cats took the lead. It is now 17-14. Morris. This is a great run for the Tiger Cats. Jamie Morris, as he crosses the 45 and is down to the 40-yard line.
Jamie Morris with a 35-yard pickup.
We always hope to get a key block at the point of attack. They got it from Ken Abraire, 17, on Leroy Blue, and he kicked Blue to the outside. Jamie Morris cut it back, and Hamilton not noted for a running game. In fact, they are last in the league in that department. Get a pretty key run from Jamie Morris right there.
33 yards. Dillon has a first down at the 41, and another one on the strike to Tony Champion. He's almost to the 25.
Really an impromptu play that worked for Todd Dillon. He wanted to throw the quick screen to the wide side of the field. It was covered, so he decided I better roll out and try and make something happen. He did. He found Champion, and they keep their drive going. But look, see right there, he wants to throw it quickly left, but they covered it so well. But he improvises, and good catch here by Champion. He's going to take a hit from Danny Bass.
First and 10, Tiger Cats. Penalty marker down. The catch made by Steve Brown.
Steve Brown. Leroy Drew hitting immediately. Penalty play.
Check out the infraction. It looks like it might be against the Eskimos. Ken Lazarick talks it over with the Ticat captains.
Well, they picked up about 7 yards. I'm sure they'll take the penalty. First and 5. Nice spot to be in.
Offside. Edmonton number 13. First down, repeat it.
Mark Mathis. Back for the first time in some time. And just in time because Enos Jackson is now out. The Eskimos have made a lot of changes in the secondary all through the season. Tiger Cats are first and 5. At the Edmonton 21, Dillon releases in a hurry. And Champion couldn't hang on.
Well, it's perfect call on first and 5. Champion just down and then works to the inside after he runs about 5 yards. Nice possession type pass pattern. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
Second and 5. Ticats trail by 3. Dillon lost the ball and Tripp going backwards. Life's most embarrassing moments.
Yeah, a little tough. I'm sure that's going to make the highlight reel somewhere this week. Ty Dillon.
Whoa!
Just slipped over the old size 10s there, and that is unfortunate. They had a nice drive going there, and from a first and 5 situation, they end up having to kick the ball.
But they can kick for points with Paul Osbaldiston here and tie it up. From the 33, Paul Osbaldiston for the tie. This time he's on target, and it's all even at 17. All even here, and following the game tonight, we'll present the TSN Turning Points. Brought to you this evening by Apple Auto Glass.
Apple Auto Glass, the pick of the crop.
Before it spreads and really costs you, get Apple's guaranteed stone chip windshield repairs. Just call
Apple Auto Glass,
the pick of the crop.
(17-17). The Tiger Cats hang in against the favored Edmonton Eskimos. Edmonton first and 10, beginning at the 35. Procedure call will go against the Eskimos as Ham handed off to Reggie Taylor.
Time count violation. Edmonton number 8. Still first down.
First and 15, Eskimos, ball at the 30-yard line.
First and 15 now for the Eskimos after the time count violation. Back at the 30. Reggie Taylor gets the call. And Taylor comes up with big yardage. He's short of the first down, but the draw play works to perfection for the Eskimos. On first and long, 13 yards for Taylor. He needed 15 for the first down.
It'll be second and a long one. Make that 2.
Running back comparison,
Ball on the Eskimo 43-yard
fairly even
line.
so far.
Both averaging around 6 yards a carry for the evening, but
Second and 2, Edmonton. Out at the 43 of the Eskimos. Blake Marshall in short yardage, and he'll have the first down. Stopped by Brian Hilt.
Well, the Ticats have really done a super job tonight for the most part against the Edmonton Eskimo. Awesome short yardage offense. This time, Brian Hilk is right in the hole to meet Blake Marshall, but Marshall just a little too powerful for him, and he carries him for 2 or 3 yards and picks up the first down.
Reggie Taylor has gone over the 1,000-yard mark as a result of his previous carry. A gain of 13. This is Taylor. On first down, he picks up close to 9.
Scoots for about 9 yards on the play. Brian Hilt again making the tackle for the Ticats.
Well, there's the numbers for Reggie Taylor as he cracks that 1,000-yard mark. Good benchmark for running backs in the Canadian Football League. It's nice to have that running game in the fourth quarter now, too, with a little over 9 minutes remaining. Tie ball game. Nice to be able to grind away and not have to put the ball in the air on every play.
17-17. The Eskimos have another first down on 2nd and 1.
We had a nice chat with John Gregory, the head coach of the Ticats, before the game, and this is the area where he said was so critical for his club right now. The last 3 games they have been in positions to win a game, but they just have not won any ball games this year. They don't know how to win at this stage. And it's another perfect example. 17-17 in the fourth quarter. Certainly a game that they have every possibility to win tonight, but will they be able to get over the hump?
They may look back at that 1st and 5 opportunity inside the 25. This is 1st and 10 for the Eskimos, and Ham fired low for Armstrong. Number 77, Chris Armstrong, has had a decent night tonight. That pass slightly underthrown.
Let's go back and have a look at David Bailey, the youngster on the defensive line for the Ticats, and Randy Ambrosi working him to the inside. Gets a little help on the turn back blocking scheme for Trevor Bowles. Of course, Tracy Ham working to the outside. The lineman kind of double teaming on old David right there. They kept him away from Tracy Ham.
2nd and 10. The Eskimos are at the Ticat 52. Ham stands in. Can he get away this time? Looking for Craig Ellis, who broke away from coverage. But Ham, under pressure, was forced to throw it long.
Ticat linebackers have done a good job most of the night at squeezing down the inside passing lanes that Craig Ellis likes to work into. And there you see John Moten, 42, right in the middle of your screen. He's all over Ellis, and that's who Tracy Ham wanted to throw to initially. By the time Ellis comes open, it's far too late as the pressure came on Tracy Ham. But John Moten, Pete Giftopoulos, and Brian Hilt have all done a nice job squeezing down those hook lanes that are a favorite area of the Eskimo offense.
Ray McAreedy on 3rd down. Nick Mazzoli waits inside his 10. Markers are down. And so is Mazzoli out near the 14, a 4-yard return.
Well, going into tonight's game, the Eskimos were averaging 37,225 in their first 6 home games. With 5 Buck Friday, all for all the high schoolers. And sound like they're having a very good time.
It'll be a legal block and a roughing penalty called against Hamilton.
The Eskimos saying thank you.
Time out on the field with 8:08 to go. In the fourth quarter, it's all even at 17.
For the last 2 regular season games. Sunday, October 20th at 1:30.
And the discussion continues. John Gregory looking for his 2nd win as head coach of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. He won his first game. He's lost 4 in a row since then. But Gregory and the Tiger Cats are not out of this one yet. It's all even.
The Arcot theory was unusual. Bridgestone engineers used the tire in motion to shape a new design. Result, compared to our proven conventional radials, more tire stays in contact with the road for sharper cornering and quicker stops. Bridgestone Arcot, taking the abstract to the concrete.
Enter the Bridgestone Performance Sweepstakes at your Bridgestone dealer, and you could win a Mazda Miata or a set of Bridgestone tires.
Morning. The challenge of being in the race is like running a marathon.
It tests everything. Your stamina, your seamanship, your everything.
A fleet of 86 boats gets under full sail for the longest freshwater two-handed yacht race in the world. TSN covers the 3-day, 300-nautical-mile endurance competition around the waters of Lake Ontario. The Fujinon 300, Tuesday at 6 Eastern, only on Real TV. TSN.
You meet someone and eventually want to share everything with them. It seems nothing will ever come between you, and nothing should, except this. Trust Trojan condoms. Reduce the risk.
2 penalties against the Tiger Cats on the punt return, and Hamilton begins this drive back at the 3. We'll see how much the Tiger Cat offense has improved as they start this drive.
Well, you know, you go back in each football game and you look at certain points of the game where it became critical for either team, and this is it right now. I mean,
Morris carried.
It's a tough spot for Hamilton to grind it out. John Gregory knows that. They don't have the great running game, and of course, glorious spot for the Edmonton defense to tighten up and get the ball back quickly for their offense in great field position. Ron Lancaster knows that at this point, halfway through the 4th quarter, his team has a chance right now to take control of this football game.
2nd and 10. Dillon needs a completion here, and he's over the head of Steve Brown. So the Tiger Cats will kick it away. Osbaldiston heads in. .7:21 to go in the 4th quarter.
So the Eskimos get what they want on defense. A quick 2 and out. Paul Osbaldiston, his average tonight well below his season average, and he is being called upon to try and kick the Ticats out of trouble. I don't think he can right here. I mean, the Giz is going to have it at least at Hamilton's 40-yard line or so.
Yeah, that's where he'll start from. Right there at the 39. And Williams sets the Eskimos up inside the Tiger Cat 25 with a 15-yard return.
Well, happy 25th anniversary greetings to Mary Lachowski and Ed over in Section G.
Henry Williams slightly shaken up, but he sets the Eskimos up on a 15-yard return. 17-17, but the Eskimos threaten to take the lead.
Some of us become what we are because we find beauty in the elegance of fine machines. But we become good only on overcoming this fascination. When we begin to cherish the beauty that flows from life and to appreciate the machine as the mere instrument of that pursuit. And finally, we may come to feel that a machine superbly crafted to help us arrive at beauty can have a beauty of its own if it connects us to the potential in life. It might have remained hidden. Soloflex.
West no doubt looking on with interest as the Eskimos struggle against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Calgary leads. Edmonton and BC tied for 2nd in the Eastern Division. It's a race at the top, kind of. Toronto and Winnipeg have already wrapped up playoff spots. Ottawa appears close, but as we said at the start of the game, don't completely count Hamilton out yet. They're not mathematically eliminated.
A loss tonight will finish off the Tiger Cats, though. So far, they're no worse than even. But the Eskimos have a first down. At the Tiger Cat 24. Reggie Taylor lost the ball again, and who recovered?
Reggie Taylor on the draw play. Brought down after about a 2-yard gain.
2 yards for Taylor, and it was ruled dead. John Gregory.
You know, he's hoping for a turnover right here.
For the Ticats. It'll be 2nd and 8 Eskimos. Ball on the Hamilton 21-yard line.
2nd and 8 for the Eskimos, already in field goal range. At the Tiger Cat 22. Ham can't get away this time. Joe Campbell, number 45, finally ran down Tracy Ham. Campbell has been close a couple of times.
Yes, he has, and the Ticats as a group have put a lot more pressure on the quarterback tonight, Tracy Ham, than they have been able to in the past. Joe Campbell with some speed from the outside finally drags Tracy Ham down from behind, and what a huge play that was. I mean, that has put Dean Dorsey into a position now where into the wind he really has to nail one from 44 yards out. You talk about big plays. Joe Campbell just provided the Tiger Cats with a huge one.
Dorsey will have to think about this one. 50% on the night. Dorsey is wide. Ticats give up a point, and the Eskimos take the lead at 18-17.
You mentioned earlier that Dean Dorsey wears an unusual number for a kicker, number 87. He wears that number because in 1987 he set the CFL record by kicking 23 consecutive field goals.
I knew it.
You knew there was something.
I knew there had to be a logical reason. Dean's a logical guy. But he won't be kicking 23 straight if he keeps doing that again.
First and 10 Ticats.
1 of 3 tonight.
37.
Ticats. First and 10 beginning at the 35. Todd Dillon rolling out and firing from Mazzoli, and there were 3 Eskimo jerseys there. Dan Murphy was closest.
And Dan Murphy put the hit on Nick Mazzoli. Now Mazzoli does a nice job of finding the hole. There he is, but he has to work back towards the quarterback. I know the ball was high, but he has to be a little more disciplined and come back to the quarterback. Dan Murphy finally got a lick in tonight. He's been a little late getting to some of the footballs.
Second and 10 Tiger Cats. Dillon for Steve Brown. Good defensive play. Roy Bennett.
Well, it was a nice play by Bennett, but once again, the Ticat receiver, in this case Steve Brown, just did not keep working back to the quarterback. You know, you work like heck to drive a defensive back downfield and then create some separation, and then Steve Brown lost it all when he just sat there and waited for the ball to come to him instead of going back to get the football.
5:10 remaining, fourth quarter. Ticats ready to kick it away again. Osbaldiston across his 25. Henry Williams waits at his 20. And he's out to the 45-yard line. 15 yards for Henry Williams. And again, the Eskimos will have pretty good field position.
They haven't started too many drives backed up tonight, playing on a pretty much a short field with the kind of returns that the Giz Henry Williams has provided them with.
18-17, Edmonton leading.
Ball just inside their own 45-yard line.
Boy, here's the situation. 4:40 remaining. A great running game. Time to just grind it out, take some time off the clock.
Tracy Ham got away from one. He grabs about 3 yards before being forced out.
Boy, Joe Campbell almost had him again in the backfield.
Gary Wilkerson helping out for the Ticats.
Hamilton does not look like a 1-12 team with the changes they have made defensively tonight. For the most part, I think they've really played well. 6
newcomers in the Ticat front 7.
Second and 6, Eskimos. Ball plays just inside the 49.
4:18 to go. Second down, Eskimos. Blake Marshall can't bring it down. So the Tiger Cats aren't quite dead yet.
Well, what they're doing is a good job of playing zone coverage on second and down, but they are jamming each Edmonton receiver as he comes off the line of scrimmage and then playing a zone in behind it. And it's taking Edmonton far too long to get into their pass patterns.
McEready is in, averaging 34.3 yards a punt tonight. Standing back near his 35. Nick Mazzoli waits near his 20. Mazzoli won't get a play this time. Tiger Cats will begin near the 35.
The punters have had lousy nights, haven't they?
Yes, really. I think that's fairly well stated.
No, I mean, they both, Osbaldiston and Ray McEready. 26-yarder that time for Ray McEready. Well, you would think that maybe his punting would improve. He's not doing the field goal kicking anymore.
Todd Dillon, who started with a pretty hot hand early, has only completed 2 of his last 12. Morris carries, and he's out near the 45, close to a Tiger Cat first down. Stopped by Brett Williams.
The toaster making the tackle for the Eskimos. It's close to a first down.
A point separating these two teams, Hamilton and Edmonton, heading into the final 3 minutes. 3:20 to go at Commonwealth. Second down, less than a yard to go for the Tiger Cats. Dillon keeps himself, no flags anywhere, so the Tiger Cats get the first down. 3-minute warning.
Well, the Eskimos say thanks for being part of tonight's game. We're glad you came. The Eskimos hit the road Saturday, October the 12th. BC plays for another crucial game.
A one-point ball game, 18-17. The Eskimos lead the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Back for the final 3 minutes in a moment.
October 20th is the 8th annual Eskimo.
Strength, focus, and balance. Transamerica Life has the strength of over 60 years of innovation. Our dedicated agents and brokers have the expertise to help you focus on your needs and meet them with affordable life insurance balanced by solid investment products. Call your Transamerica Life representative for all the financial security you need. Transamerica Life is the proud sponsor of the Transamerica CPGA Championship.
And just a week later, the Calgary Stampeders.
Well, with 3 minutes left and the score 18-17, Edmonton, the specter of overtime looms this evening. There have been 14 overtime games in CFL history. Hamilton's been in 2. Edmonton has been in only 1 back in 1986, the year that overtime was instituted. It could be a longer and colder night yet.
Well, I don't know about OT tonight. We need a single to tie things up, realistically.
It's getting a little chilly out here in the prairies. Well, this really isn't the prairies, is it?
Well, it's
foothills.
Foothills.
Whatever. Yeah. But
Commonwealth and Edmonton, where the Eskimos are tough to beat, no matter who is in town. Tiger Cats facing a tall order coming into the game, but they played pretty well. And have a chance right now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Jamie Morris. Got a wireless mic on Miles Gorell all evening long. Let's listen in on his showdown along the offensive line. Miles won that one against Rob Davidson moments ago. Second down and 8 to go for Dillon. Finds Morris coming out of the backfield. He'll have the first down. Down to the Eskimo 50. 2:25 remaining. And the Tiger Cats continue to move along.
And give the offensive line of Hamilton credit. They gave Dillon all kinds of time to throw. He looked downfield as long as he could, and then finally he had to dump it off to Jamie Morris, who does a nice job. Steve Brown, the wide receiver, helps him out with a bit of a block, and he picks up the first down. And Ticats with 2:23 remaining. They trail by a single point, are working their way down into field goal position, at least for Paul Osbaldiston. And I think we have the old hunt for the contact going on out there.
A little tough to find in the green grass at Commonwealth.
They do look rather silly wandering around like that, don't they? I mean, you'd think it was a $100 bill or something down there.
Well, it's a $100 contact.
Is that what they cost? I don't know.
Not quite that much. For replacements, if you have insurance, you know, you can get a bit of a deal.
The lawnmower will get it tomorrow.
Didn't find nothing. I found $1.
The search is over. And a reminder of our next game coming up Sunday afternoon from McMahon Stadium, Calgary. The Lions and the Stampeders in what could be a battle for first. Here's Jamie Morris. 1st and 10 for the Tiger Cats. And Willie Pless comes to life for the Eskimos. No gain.
For little or no gain on the play.
What they were looking for on the field was Jed Roberts' hearing aid. He is hearing impaired and wears a pair of hearing aids. One of them came out, so it was kind of important they get one back.
That's a little more understandable.
Yes, it is.
Why the search was on. 2nd and 10, Tiger Cats. They are out of field goal range right now. Dillon needs a first down, and he won't get it here. Mix-up amongst the receivers. Steve Brown and Nick Mazzoli were the closest to it, but both were at least 15 yards away from Dillon's pass. So Gregory will kick it away. Are they in range for a field goal? Paul Osbaldiston has hit from 56 this season. This one will be from 57. A slight favoring breeze.
Come on, Henry. Well, there's no question he has a strong enough leg to get it there.
For the lead, Paul Osbaldiston from 57 yards away, and he's well short. No points as Henry Williams starts the return. This will come back. Nice tackle from behind, though, by Mark Dennis, number 49, on Henry Williams.
Well, the Ticats are going to get a huge break right here. Osbaldiston's field goal is short, but they're going to call Roy Bennett on a blocking from behind penalty on Paul Bushy, and that is going to put Edmonton deep in their own territory.
Legal block, Edmonton. First down, Edmonton.
Yeah, it's number 20, Roy Bennett. There he is. He can't believe it. Initially, when I looked at it from up here, it looked like a pretty good block, but the referees didn't see it that way. And Edmonton will start from their own 5. Here you're going to see it right in the front of your screen here. I thought he got the head in front. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's a quick decision call, but anyway, Ticats get a break.
Eskimos begin from the 5-yard line, leading by a point. 1:43 to go. And no running room at all for the Eskimos that time. Reggie Taylor, number 26.
And Vernon Maxwell just slashed down from his rush end position. I mean, they knew that Edmonton was going to run the football and try and grind it out. But Maxwell and slashed in, and they lost a yard.
-1.
Minute 39 remaining. Huge play.
It is 2nd and 11. The Eskimos from the 4-yard line. Ham goes to Mr. Reliable. Craig Ellis, and gets the first down. Sigh of relief from Ron Lancaster. You can almost hear it up here.
Well, it's the favorite pass pattern of a Craig Ellis, and in the time of need, he comes through. Good protection for Tracy Ham. Look at the nice passing lane he has to throw downfield, and Terry Wright could not stay with the coverage. Ellis comes up with a huge catch and a first down.
1st and 10 from the 17. Blake Marshall out near the 20 with 1:04 to go. It's a 1-point ball game. Edmonton leading 18-17.
Of course, the 1 point too came on a missed field goal while Hamilton decided to give up the single point for field position out to the 35-yard line. They've done a good job on Marshall tonight. Those are his numbers. He's usually used to getting more than 20 yards in a football game.
2nd and long, and Ham takes off himself. They have the first down, sliding safely near the 29. The Eskimos want to control the football. 42 seconds to go. Looking back, that catch by Craig Ellis on 2nd and 11, a big play.
Well, no play bigger in this ball game. It really has denied Hamilton a chance now with 38 seconds left to realistically get the ball back. Edmonton, of course, can run off 20 seconds on each play here unless Hamilton calls their final timeout.
Taylor stopped short of the 30. 22 seconds to go.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if Hamilton didn't call the timeout right now. And in fact, that's what John Gregory's doing.
1 yard on the play. 2nd and 9. Ball placed on the 29.
The Eskimos have turned over the ball to the Tiger Cats 6 times tonight. And realistically, it hasn't been all that costly in the points department. The Eskimos have only given up 3 on 6 turnovers.
That's amazing right there. It just shows you really the frustrating part for John Gregory to have 6 turnovers his team is able to get and then only be able to produce 3 points.
Ticats had a chance. 22 seconds to go. They've just about run out of time.
Well, as a coach, too, I mean, this is really a gut-wrencher. I mean, you have played toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in the Canadian Football League, and looks as though you're going to end up 1 point short.
Tracy Ham takes a little time off the clock and almost throws that one away. Sandusky was the closest receiver to it, but it'd be pretty tough to call him for grounding.
Whatever the case may be.
Well, the one thing that he did, though, is by throwing the football now, the clock will not start till the snap of the football. So with 16 seconds remaining in 3rd down, they're going to have to kick it away, and I'm sure they're going to come on the all-out rush against Ray McAreedy here, but or even if it's a lousy punt, they maybe might have one chance for still a field goal chance. I think a poor choice throwing the football by Ham.
16 seconds to go. McAreedy.
Get up and catch it.
Mazzoli lets it bounce and now takes it, draws a penalty marker, and 8 seconds remain. So the Tiger Cats, with the penalty, may get a shot at the field goal.
If they get 15 yards here, they got a shot, and you know what? It's going to come down to a poor coaching decision, maybe, if in fact they told Tracy Ham to roll out and throw, because that throw stopped the clock, and that could come back to haunt Edmonton. Gordy?
No.
They are having a major discussion on the Edmonton bench about what just transpired with throwing on 2nd down. I'm able to find out whose call it was, but the Eskimo offensive linemen are screaming at Tracy Ham, who's screaming back at them.
Well, you know, I mean, it just killed their chances to run the clock up. And now Paul Osbaldiston on the last play of the game, 8 seconds left. He's going to have a chance, and believe me, this is well within his range, 54 yards.
A 1-point ball game. It's 18-17. Paul Osbaldiston for the victory from 54 yards away. Can he get it there? Osbaldiston is wide. Williams gets out of the end zone, and the Eskimos will win the game by a single point. It was almost costly to the Edmonton Eskimos in the final seconds of the game. The Hamilton Tiger Cats come oh so close. Where is the discussion right now? Lancaster and Tracy Ham. What did you almost do to me, Tracy?
Yeah, I'll guarantee you they're having a pretty serious discussion about, hey, we are lucky. We got away with one right there, but Tracy, next time you're in that situation again, you better not make that mistake.
John Gregory signs an autograph.
That's a tough loss for him. His team really fought hard tonight. They played Edmonton even through 60 minutes. They lose by 1 point, but boy, he has to know, and I mean, it's frustrating for his players, but he has to know that they gave a tremendous effort tonight, and I know he's awfully disappointed they don't go back to Hamilton with their 2nd win of the season.
Tiger Cats have run out of time in 1991 already with their 13th loss of the year. Hamilton mathematically eliminated, and look where the Eskimos are, tied for #1 in the West.
I know something about McCain Super Fries that you don't know. Yeah, what? They're low in Saturday fats. I know something you don't know, McCain Super Fries. Yeah, what's that? The Crystal Free. I know something about McCain Super Fries that neither of you know. What's that? I just ate the last one.
Oven-baked McCain Super Fries. Low in saturated fats, cholesterol-free, and loaded with taste.
Rock'em Sock'em 1 and 2, you're going to love Rock'em Sock'em 3. It's a beauty. Coach's Corner's in there, lots of hits and goals, and my buddies Troy Crowder and Bobby Probert drop in for an appearance, and wait till you see my all-time tough team. Rock'em Sock'em 3, you're going to love it.
Time now for the TSN Turning Point, brought to you tonight by Apple Auto Glass. The last play of the football game, Paulus Balderson from 54 yards out with a chance for the miracle upset by the Ticats. But it drifts to the right. It was long enough, but Henry the Gizmo Williams pulled it out of the end zone and pulled one out of the fire for the Edmonton Eskimos. A cash donation will be made to the Coaching Association of Canada for the training and development of Canadian coaches in amateur sport on behalf of TSN and Apple Auto Glass. Saves you money on stone chip windshield repair. Final score, the Edmonton Eskimos squeak one out, 18-17 over the Ticats. This is the CFL Game of the Week on TSN.
It seemed to us at Chevrolet that if we made our Cavalier more fuel efficient, with lower operating costs and a higher projected resale value than its closest competitor, it'd go far. And it did. The Chevrolet Cavalier is now far and away the best-selling car in Canada. Value's a priority, not an option. That's today's Chevrolet.
You got the right one, baby. You got the right one, baby. Uh-huh. You got the right thing. You got the right one. Uh-huh. Oh, Diet Pepsi. Baby, you got the right one. Ah!
There's only one right one, baby.
You got the right one, baby.
Think you could sing our song? Send your videotape performance and you could win $10,000 and appear in a Diet Pepsi commercial.
I know something about McCain Super Fries that you don't know. Yeah, what? They're low in Saturday fats. I know something you don't know, McCain Super Fries. Yeah, what's that? The Crystal Free. I know something about McCain Super Fries that neither of you know. What's that? I just ate the last one.
Oven-baked McCain Super Fries. Low in saturated fats, cholesterol-free, and loaded with taste.
The CFL Game of the Week on TSN is brought to you by GMC Trucks, the trucks more people lean on. And by Diet 7-Up. It's cool to be clear. He set a new CFL record for punt return yardage in the season, and somewhere in that crowd of autograph seekers is Henry the Gizmo Williams, one of the stars of this win tonight by the Edmonton Eskimos. At the end of the season, few people will remember that the Edmonton Eskimos almost lost to a 1-12 football team. But the fact of the matter is, they almost did. It took a miss on the last play of the game by the Hamilton Tiger Cats for Edmonton to pull this one out. As a result, the Eskimos are still in the race for first place in the Western Division. Our next game comes your way on Sunday from McMahon Stadium in Calgary. The Stampeders home to the BC Lions. It starts at 3:30 Eastern Time. It should be a great one as these two teams battle for first place. Our final score from Edmonton: the Eskimos 18, the Ticats 17. For John Wells and Lee Pedersen and all of us at TSN, I'm Gord Miller. So long from Edmonton.